and welcome to Moving on the Mat with Dana. So again, today I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of a slower, deeper stretch using elements of yin and maybe a bit of restorative poses. So this one will be a little different than I normally do because I am kind of a little bit of a high energy work person. Like I like to do things a little bit more flow and energetic, but this is going to be slower and deeper. So we'll get deeper stretches, and we're going to be doing a few less poses. I'm going to be using some extra equipment that you know is pretty much easy to find and standard for yoga, which would be blocks for sure. So I have 2 blocks here. If you have a blanket, that would be also good for some of the poses that we're doing. So they're optional. These are all optional, but again, they help you get more into the poses that we'll be doing. And I'm also going to be using this resistance band as more of a strap, or like a yoga belt or yoga strap. So if you have a yoga strap, yoga belt, or if you have a resistance band, that will also work for these poses. So we're just going to start off. Let's take a deep breath in here. Let's just fill those lungs up. Breathe in, look up, and then empty it out. Just take a quiet minute, bring the hands to the heart, breathe in and out, and just quiet the mind, just be present for this yoga practice. We're going to start with just stretching out in child pose. So knees can be a little wider here. We're going to sink back, we're going to reach forward, and we're just going to breathe into that lower back. And just relax and sink. Breathe deeply, lengthen that spine. And then we're going to walk our hands to one side. So opening the side ribs, so really feel that side rib, side body stretch. Deep breath in and out. Return back to center, relax and breathe. Sink a little deeper. And then walk our hands off to side 2, opening the side rib. Feel that stretch. Deep breath in and out, and back to center. Okay, so next we're going to come into our cat-cow. So hands again directly under the shoulders, shins hip width apart, palms are grounding, and we're just going to take a deep breath in, gently look up, fill lungs up, scoop up, then arch and round and empty it all out. Let's do a couple more of those. Big breath in, scoop up, fill lungs up, round it out, empty it out, breathe out. 1 or 2 more times, breathing in, head and tailbone up, arch it out, round it out. And 1 more big breath in, exhale out. Okay, and we're going to change the hands just a little. So right now my palms are grounded, hands are forward. I'm going to bring the palms towards me, so hands facing me, palms open, and just getting a little bit of stretch in the front of those arms. And we're just going to do 2 more cat-cows. So again, just breathe in, exhale, round out, breathe out. 1 more time, big breath in, scoop up, fill lungs up, arch out, round out. Okay, that might feel a bit strong because it's not our usual. Then we're going to take the hands to face each other. And again, 2 more cat-cows. Breathe in, gently look up, exhale, round out. Again, breathe in, up, fill lungs up, arch out, round out, empty it out, and then just back to neutral. Okay, let's do lateral cats. So again, palms still grounding, facing forward like normal, breathing in, exhale out, look to the side or back, breathe out, breathe in center, exhale to the other side, squeeze out those side obliques, look back, 2 more times, breathing in, empty it out, look out, breathe in center, open wide through the other side, squeeze out those sides. Last time, breathe in and out. Breathe in, exhale out. And let's sink back for another child pose. Just relax, sink into it. Rest those hands and arms down. Relax those palms and shoulders. Feel that stretch. And slowly come up, and we're going to come in to our down dog. So again, grounding those palms, coming to the toes, pushing to those legs, and just walk the dog. Take a minute here just to stretch out those legs, pedal the feet. If you want, you can even add the arms and hands a little bit, just like lifting them up gently. Okay, stretching out those back legs, lengthening your spine as well, coming into your toes, then heels, big stretch, big lengthening, deep breathing. I'm going to slowly walk it forward into a plank and then drop into the cobra. Let the lower body sink, open those hips, open that chest, lengthen those arms, lengthen that spine, and then roll yourself back to child pose again. Just sink everything back. Deep breath in and out, relax here, rest here. And then slowly come back up. And we're gonna actually slide forward next into puppy to open the shoulders and the chest and the back a little bit more. So hands just sliding forward, chin towards the ground, chest towards the floor, and tailbone stays up for puppy pose, and just sink it back. Forehead can be on the floor or chin can be on the ground. Feel that stretch. And then slowly walk it in and up. Okay, good. Let's take it for a minute into sitting. So just coming on to sitting and grounding and breathing. And we'll just actually start with the soles of the feet coming together in bound angle pose. So knees just sort of sinking towards the ground, spine lengthening, full body breathing. Just take a quiet minute to quiet the mind and just feel that ground beneath you as the spine lengthens up towards the sky. Open those lungs up. I'm actually going to just use one of the bricks for this one because it's just going to be a little different, because we don't, even though we do want the soles of the feet together, they're actually supposed to have feet open for this one. So we're just going to place the brick in between the feet and just hold here for another minute and continue just to allow those knees to relax and sink towards the ground and release through the hips. Breathing in and out, lengthening through the spine. Breath in and out. Okay, good. Let's release that. We're going to go next into the head to knee pose for a little hamstring stretch. So again, here again, we're just turning towards the extended leg. So hands can just fold forward, but I'm also actually going to add a little extra. I'm just going to add a strap or a belt, or in this case, a resistance band. So you're just going to wrap the hands around and just holding on the ends of either side and just kind of pulling yourself a little further closer to the ground. And again, we're holding these stretches just a little longer today. Deep breath in and out, just sink into it. Feel that stretch of the hamstrings, relax and lengthen. Breathe in and out. Whatever makes you go a little longer, a little deeper into the pose. That's why we're using some extra equipment or props. Feeling that stretch. Okay, deep breath in and out. Okay, return back up. Release that leg out. Let's bring the soles of the feet together one more time in the center. Just take another half a minute here to relax, to sink, to open those hips, to ground and breathe. We're just trying to be in this present moment, because the present is really all we have. We like to think about our future, which is, I guess, sort of important, but we tend to over-focus on it. And we don't really know what our future really is going to be anyways, so it's not good to overly analyze that. And same with our past. We tend to overthink it sometimes, and it's gone. So it's all good, but again, we want to be present. We want to be in this present moment and just listening to our body right now, feeling our breath moving out of our body. We're going to take it to side 2. And again, it's going to be the head to knee pose. So I'm going to use the strap one more time. And again, just wrapping it either side a couple times and wrapping that strap around that foot. And again, just folding forward, sinking into it. And again, just take your time, breathing in and out, feeling that stretch in the hamstring. And kind of going a little deeper every breath out. Relax and breathe. Sink and release. Okay, last breath in and out. And I'm going to unravel that one more time. And I'm going to bring the legs to center. And just give them a shake out really quick. Just like waking up the back of those muscles and the legs, the knees, the calves. And then I'm going to grab my strap one more time. Actually, you can even add a brick to the end. So this is an option. I'm not that flexible, but you can just reach towards the brick like this with feet resting on top of the brick. That up a bit. So just holding onto the brick and reaching. Or in my case, I'm just going to use my band again, and I'm just going to hold on to either side, and I'm kind of folding forward, reaching into it. So again, another hamstring stretch here. Getting those back of the legs, lengthening your spine out, folding into it, deep breath in and out. And just take a few seconds here. Feel that stretch happening. Deep breathing. relaxing, trying to find some relaxation in the pose, feeling that stretch. Okay, good. Let's release. And again, shake out those legs again so there's no tension in there, in those muscles. We don't want to hold any tension in. Okay, so we're going to come back into all fours, and I'm going to come back into down dog for another little stretch out with those legs, lengthening the spine, growing long through the whole body. Deep breath in and out, and this time I'm going to walk my hands in a little and just folding forward here. Okay, so again, this is Uttanasana, or deep forward bend. So I'm going to actually use the bricks like one more time to assist this because we're holding longer. We're holding these a little longer. So hands can just rest right into the bricks and just folding forward. If you want to go deeper, you can bring those bricks down a little lower and just relax here. Feel that stretch. Embrace the feeling of stretch happening in the body. In this case, we're getting those back legs. We're lengthening our spine a little. Deep breath in and out, and just hold, breathe, sink, relax, lengthen here. Lengthen that spine out. Deep breath in and out. Couple more deep breaths. Okay, I'm going to move the bricks again to the sides. Come back into regular down dog. Stretch out those legs. Walk it all out. Let's take it to a three-legged dog. Open that leg up. Open that hip up. Feel that stretch. Just breathe and lengthen. And then we return to the ground. Let's try the opposite leg. Lift, extend, lengthen up. Open that hip up. Deep breathing. Feel that stretch. And then come back down. Okay, I'm going to take it to some tiger curls. So right leg up again. Knee into the chest. Lift up. Pull in. One more tiger curl. And then I'm stepping forward. And I'm going to come into a resting lunge. So again, I'm going to walk my toes up. Sink the back leg down. And I'm going to employ these bricks again. I'm just going to bring one on either side of that front leg. And just sinking forward. Feeling that stretch. Deep breath in and out. Just warming up those hips, getting into the hips here. If you want to go a little deeper, you can. Just bring it all the way down. So again, you can move the bricks around and however you like. Hands just can rest on top. You want to bring the forearms on top to go a little deeper into that hip stretch. Or if you're really flexible, you might still be able to bring those arms right down to the ground. But again, the bricks help us get a little closer to the floor. We're just sinking it out, breathing in and out, relaxing and stretching, embracing the stretch. Again, just feeling that stretch, being present, feeling the stretch, breathing into it, sinking into it, trying to relax. Okay, let's bring one hand to either side of that front foot. Walk it back, stretch out those hamstrings, fold it forward, feel that back leg lengthening out. Again, you can use the bricks here again if you want to have one on either side as we hold this hamstring stretch. So heading towards the knee again, getting it back into that hamstring one more time. Deep breath in and out, sinking into it. Okay, last breath in and out. Okay, let's try the other side. So we're going to go back into downward dog, coming back into down dog. Stretch out those legs again. Walk the dog a few seconds. Lengthen the spine out. Deep breath in and out. Let's try lifting the other leg up into a few tiger curls. Here we go. Left leg up. Tucking it in for 3. Then lift. Tuck in 2. One more lift. Tuck. Okay, step forward. Big lunge coming up. Step up. Okay. And then I'm going to bring the opposite. I'll try both to begin with. Just sinking into it a little. Opening those hips up a bit, feeling that stretch. Deep breath in and out. Again, if you want to go a little deeper, again, you can just bring the forearms down on top of the brick. Okay, so sinking forward, getting into those hips. Just relax here, hold here, lengthen here, stretch it all out. Deep breath in and out. Just feeling that stretch. Releasing and sinking into the ground. Letting that brick help you get closer to the floor. Deep breaths in and out. And a couple more deep breaths here just to release those hips. Okay, I'm gonna come back up and I'm gonna bring the bricks on either side. I'm gonna bring my toes up, hold it back, sink forward, heading towards the knee again, getting back into that hamstring. And again, just holding for 20-30 seconds, really getting a nice deep stretch, lengthening it all out, deep breath in and out, folding into it, sinking into it, relax into it. Okay, and I'm gonna bring my hands down. I'm gonna slide that back leg back. One more downward dog. So sinking again, in down dog, stretching it out, walking it out, breathing in and out, lengthening it out. Feel that stretch. Okay, I'm going to bring my toes in towards my hands into toes, back to Uttanasana, just briefly though. I'm going to roll up. Okay, I'm going to actually come up just for a second, lengthen, stretch out the spine, reach back. Okay, hands to the heart. We're going to sink into more hip stretches in the Malasana pose here. So deep stretch here in Malasana, trying to get those, you're stretching out the hips, the knees, and the ankles. Hopefully those ankles can ground. We're going to bring the palms down. Just hold for another breath or two in Malasana. Deep breathing. Okay, so for the next exercise, we're going to get more into the feet and the ankles. So we did hamstrings, hips. We're going to go into the feet and ankles. So this stretch is thunderbolt. So I'm going to show front first. So I'm coming into my back toes, pushing into my back toes, and then I'm going to walk up, and I'm going to sink the knees down and kind of sink my weight into the back toes. So I will show this on the other side so you'll see exactly what I mean. So it looks like this. Toes on the ground, sink weight down, and just pour it back, sink it back, stretching it out. Stretching out those toes and feet, okay? So really important to get those feet stretched out. This might feel quite intense. And we're gonna tap out. Okay, so coming back around, I'm actually gonna use the bricks for this next part. We're gonna go back into that same thunderbolt pose, and I'm gonna let my knees rest on the bricks and just holding it a little longer. So back into the toes, and then normally the knees would be on the ground. I'd be pouring my weight back, but I'm gonna bring the bricks under the knees so it's not quite as intense, but I'm still pouring my weight back and I'm still stretching with the toes. It's just not the same as full weight on the toes. And we're just gonna hold here for another 10 or 20 seconds, just getting in there a little deeper into the toes, and deep breath in and out. And just try to breathe and relax. Feel a little bit of that stretch happening, but not fully, because again, the bricks are taking a lot of the weight off of the toes. Okay, one more breath in and out. Okay, let's remove the bricks, come back down, and just tap out your toes on the other side, tapping them out against the floor. Okay, so let's take it to a few more relaxing stretches. I'm actually going to come down on the floor for this next bit, and I'm going to use my resistance band. But again, if you have an actual belt, yoga belt, or even a regular belt, you can use that as well. So what I'm going to do here is we're just going to lean back, and we're going to bring that leg up, and I'm just going to sink back. And if you want to make this really comfortable, we're going to even use the blanket if you want under your head or shoulders if you like. Okay, that's optional. And again, we're just lengthening that leg up towards the ceiling, bringing the elbows down towards the side of the body, and we're just kind of getting into the hamstring again. So pulling it down, relaxing back, sinking it back, feeling that stretch. This blanket could also go under the hips if you prefer, if your hips are a little tight or the lower back's tight. But again, for me, I'm just using it a little bit as a gentle headrest. Okay, so just holding it here. Again, we're trying to make this a little bit like a longer stretch, but a little more of a relaxing stretch. So just holding that leg up, deep breath in and out. And then I'm just going to take it open to the side, just a little bit, opening the inner thigh, hip area. We're still getting the hamstring, deep breathing, relaxing. Hold that stretch. Breathe in and out. Return back up. One more time towards you. Bring that leg in, pull it in. Feel that stretch. Okay. I'm going to release it down. So that leg's down. Let's try the other side. So once again, just wrapping that foot around and using your belt or band, or in this case, I'm using my elastic straps. I'm going to just pull that leg towards me, foot towards the ceiling. So just press the heel up, bring that leg towards you, Try to get the shoulders and arms to rest down as you feel that stretch. And just take a few more deep breaths in and out, relaxing and lengthening that hamstring. And then we'll take it out to the side again. And I'm just going to open to the side as much as I can. Folding here with the straps, deep breath in and out. Opening that inner thigh and hamstring. And then back up one more time, back to center. Pull that leg towards you just one last time, feeling a bit more stretch. And I'm going to slowly release that leg down. So now both legs are stretched out. I'm going to slowly walk it up. Okay, so I'm coming into one more forward bend. So legs wide and just folding forward. Okay, so just stretching out those hamstrings one last time. And here's another option. We're going to use the bricks again to rest into it. So folding forward, and you can just rest the forehead on the bricks. Okay, that's an option. So whatever feels comfortable, you can move the bricks around. But I'm just resting the forehead down, hands are at the side. And again, just holding here for another little bit of a hamstring stretch. Lengthening the spine a little, stretching out those hamstrings a lot. Deep breath in and out. Just try to relax, breathe, and sink into the stretch. Okay, good. Let's come back up, and I'm going to do tabletop. So again, these are all like a lot of forward bend, hamstring stretch. So we're going to open the hips a bit briefly into tabletop. So my legs are coming in front, my palms are grounding behind me, and we're just going to push through the hips, open those chest muscles up, lift up, coming into tabletop, opening the hip flexors, grounding those palms, strengthening those arms, deep breath in and out. Hold for another breath or two. And come back down gently and just fold it forward. Reach forward, sink into it, relax down. Just feeling that hamstring stretch one last time. Okay, so we got one or two more exercises that we're going to do. Slow, deep stretches. Mostly focusing on the lower body here, hips and hams, a little bit of feet. I'm going to do legs up the wall. So this one is a classic restorative pose. Really all you need is a wall. And actually I don't really have much wall space in my apartment because it's always covered with something. But I'm going to use this wall here. Ideally it would not have windows. If you have a full wall, it's even better. But this still gets the idea. So I'm just going to move my mat in a little closer to the wall. You can also use, again, a blanket under your hips. So I'm not going to use it this time because I prefer my hips on the ground, but you can rest on top of that with your hips if you find it a little too tight to be against the wall. So you want to go close to the wall, as close as possible. And I want to show how I get into that. I usually sit beside the wall, fairly close to the wall, so my outside hips near the wall, and then I swing up overhead and the legs up the wall. So you can have legs wide, that's always kind of relaxing. You can have the legs straight up. Again, if you have the legs wide, you're going to get a little bit of the inner thigh as well, so I'm going to do that one. And we're just going to rest here for about half a minute. Just take a few seconds, take a deep breath in and out. The other alternative, and again, the closer you are to the wall, the better. Okay, because you're getting those hamstrings stretched out. And with legs extending up, you're helping the venous return into the heart. Okay, so it's really relaxing. If you have any edema or fluid in the feet or legs, this is also really good to have legs up the wall. It's really restorative. It's for everybody. This is a great pose just to, if you have problems sleeping at night, this pose is one to go to or to try because it will help your body relax. If you have restless leg syndrome, so many things. Okay, one other alternative is you can also try the bound ankle pose in this position, opening the hips up, soles of the feet together, and just resting the feet on the wall. That's another option. Okay, and we're just going to roll it down. So take your time, and I'm going to do one more down dog just to stretch out a little more in the legs. Just lengthen it back and sink down into child pose. Relax. pose in more of a restorative style, you can also use the bricks because, you know, child pose is the ultimate resting pose, but it's not always comfortable for everyone. So you can try this with brick here, and then just a blanket down, and then you can really sink into it and just resting a little longer and deeper into child pose. Okay. All right, so those are a few little restorative tricks to get a little deeper into your stretch and hold those stretches a little longer. Just gonna take a slow deep breath in, arms up and out. Just take another couple deep breaths here. Thank you for joining me today on Moving on the Mat with Dana. I really appreciate it. I hope you will like this video, and leave me any comments. I always look forward to that. Thank you.